Hello, hello, and welcome or welcome back to the Curious Coach's Lemonade Stand. Always here with your host, yours truly, Dr. Gina. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome to your friendly virtual neighborhood third space. This is where you can drop by, grab something nice and refreshing to drink, sometimes super tangy, and it's sometimes an actual margarita, and that's what it's gonna be today, let me tell you. And other times, actually every time, there's something insightful, something to refresh you, something to make you go, something that you might want to invite others to think about and share. So, I know that I am very grateful and always want to extend that gratitude and my appreciation if you're coming back. Thank you again for always coming back and spending some time with us. Truly, truly appreciate it. And I have quite the guest and quite the topic for you today. Let me tell you, I am super excited. I'm on 10, probably 11 out of 10. I would like to, with no further ado, introduce you to my wonderful friend, Adelaide. Adelaide, please introduce yourself to the good people.
Thank you, Gina. Hello, everybody. Oh my God, I am so excited to be here. So excited. So I am Adelaide. I am from Puerto Rico. I live in Florida, and I do marketing for a living for in the tech space. And I am very passionate about the topic that is coming on next, and that's why I'm here, and I'm just dying to share everything that I know.
Ooh, yeah. And what is this topic? We are going to talk about what everyone has been talking about, which is Baboni's Super Bowl halftime show, or what I like to say, his concert that incidentally had a couple of teams playing football on the field. So,
Yes.
what did you think of the show? Let's start like really high level. What was your take on the show, Adelaide? Were you looking forward to it? What were your thoughts going in?
I was in shock, to be honest. Being Puerto Rican is like something unique. Of course, I'm saying that, but I think all of us, like as an island in general, we were just ecstatic. This is something that just doesn't happen for all the artists that we have. The international artists and all the famous actors and everything being central stage at the Super Bowl, it's crazy. It's
That's
something that
next
doesn't
level.
happen. It wasn't anything that, oh, he's, doing a duo, helping help with somebody else. Nope. He was the main star. He was bringing Puerto Rico to the center stage. And I couldn't be more proud. It was an amazing show.
It absolutely was, and it wasn't his first time. I think a lot of people forget that he was
Yes, they
there.
do.
It was with Shakira and, J-Lo,
J-Lo.
right? A few
Uh-huh.
years ago, and so not his first time on the stage, and I don't even know, I haven't looked up stats. I wonder, are there other artists that started as a guest and then eventually got to be the center show? Like, the person who is the focal point at Super Bowl?
I don't think so. I
I
do. I
don't
did
know
saw
then.
that Lady Gaga is like Mrs. Super Bowl. She's been there like four
That's true.
times, so maybe her, which is just of course invited to this one. But I don't. I can't recall of a time that somebody was starting in their career gets invited. Because to be honest, when he like what 6 years ago, when he was six or 5 years ago,
Yeah,
when he was
time
invited
flies.
to J-Lo's, right? Yeah, to
Yeah,
J-Lo's and Shakira's halftime performance, he wasn't that well known like
right.
globally, For us, yes, we listen to him all the time. But globally, he wasn't that well known and just being there and then just a few years later taking it all. No gas. If he didn't want to, he didn't need any gas. It was just him being announced, right?
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, it's such a huge accomplishment. It's amazing.
So take me to when you were watching it, like set the scene for me. Where were you? Who were you with? What was the whole atmosphere like?
It was surreal. To give you the little story, I was in Puerto Rico that week, the last week.
So
I
you
came
were in
back.
Puerto Rico watching it? That's amazing.
No, 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 no. So I was there last. So that I was. It was weird because I was like, I should stay, but then I had to come back and work and do everything. So I came back the Thursday before, but
Okay.
I come back with like energized. With like everybody's talking about it. I was supposed to watch it, this and that. Already had plans to watch it with one of my close friends, she's Puerto Rican, and we went to another friend's house. She's Puerto Rican as well, of course.
Okay.
This friend of mine, she has a huge property. She created Puerto Rico in her backyard. If you go into my Insta, you have it
Wow.
all over. There's flags everywhere. She even did the little chairs from the Bad Bunny CD cover. We had alcapurria, bacalaíto, sandwichitas. It was insane. It was all Puerto Rico there, a bunch of Puerto Ricans and Latinos in general.
Mhm.
Supposedly there to watch the Super Bowl, but not really.
Supposedly.
We were we were anxious about it. We were like, "Come on, when is this quarter gonna end?" It was yeah, it was crazy. So when they finally announced it, we're all like worked up, excited, cheering. And then when he started, you could feel the energy in that
Mhm.
backyard. We were all like ecstatic, waiting for it to come to life.
So you're watching in the backyard on a
Yes.
TV in the
But
back,
it was like 50 of us.
like a projector screen kinda.
Yes. It's a huge
Wow,
project. I'm
I'm
telling you,
so jealous. I'm up here in
she
the
did
freezing snow,
she did
looking
a
outside,
production.
cuddling on my sofa, wishing I was doing that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I think I would have been happier either way, even if I was in my couch or with a lot of people, because it was a roller coaster of emotions. We were
Yes.
excited. We screamed, we were singing, we were dancing. But then, of course, there were parts that were so emotional. People
Yes.
were crying.
Yep.
I was trying to control myself to not make a scene in front of people, but it was like, like when you're like holding it in. Some of my friends that were just bawling, crying because,
I was. I'm not even
right?
Puerto Rican, but just as a Caribbean person, I was bawling.
It was like it touched every single fiber of you, right? Like you were like, okay, let's dance, let's party, let's celebrate, but also let's have a reflection of where we at and
Mm,
why we
yeah.
got here and what's happening. And all of that, I'm getting emotional again. All of that, all of that kind of like, create like a little gift, I will say, that we
That's
all
nice way of
have,
putting it.
we all had. Um, I just didn't know how to feel at the moment. It was crazy because like after it was done, I had to like sit down and kind of like process. And even the
Yeah.
next day and that night, I was still processing because yes, but like at the moment you see the highlights and the main things, but once you um kind of take a step back and kind of like reflect on what just happened, you understand how
Mm,
big it is, how
mhm.
important, how impactful. And being Puerto Rican, this is like we could not I don't even know what we could do. We were just I was just posting and texting everybody and answering questions and you know what I mean? So like that whole 15 minutes presentation, 12 minutes, whatever it was insane. It felt like 20 hours instead of 15. We're still talking about
Wow.
it. So it was everything. Like the whole thing was ups and down, but it was just an amazing feeling. Just yeah.
Which parts really pulled you? Like, when you felt like, it's super emotional, which parts were those?
Ricky Martin.
Yes,
So
yes.
the little piece of the song that he performed, Lo que le pasó a Hawaii,
Mhm. That was
it's
deep.
so
If
personal.
if
So
you've ever been if anyone who's from a colonized country, and think of the percentage of the world that is, if you are not descended from someone from a colonized coun like, that was so inclusive in
yes,
a strange way, right? Not the way that we think about inclusion, but that was super inclusive because the way that people we can relate to that. Like, who didn't have a tear during that part?
somebody who has no feelings. I don't know. Like it was impossible. Even like I have friends that don't speak Spanish, right? And even them, they're like, I felt it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the way he was singing, the
Mhm.
way his face, his
Yep,
tone of
he put his soul
voice.
in there. He really did. That was a next level Ricky Martin. I'm like, this is a different, who didn't love, the Living La Vida Loca of Ricky
Yeah.
Martin, but this was like a next level. I've grown, I'm wise, and I'm sorry, I have to take a moment to just acknowledge all of the media that keeps putting him and Kid Rock's face side to side and saying they're born the same year. I'm
Isn't that
dying inside,
wild?
like, because if that's not the best advertisement for why you shouldn't hate people, like, this is what it does to your face. Just don't do it.
Lead with love. If you lead with love, you're just gonna have an amazing life. I feel like even your problems can get solved without you doing too much.
Yeah, and that
Just,
that's what his whole thing was. That's what Bad Bunny's whole thing was, right? Was love, and I love that he set it up from the Grammys. I felt
oh,
like that
I
was such a
know.
paving like, he was rolling out his own red carpet for the mood, like, setting the theme and ambiance for the way he was going to bring you in and just pull your heart into that performance on that stage?
Oh, he left so many, like, little Easter eggs, even in the,
Yes,
promo ad for the Super
better than
Bowl.
a Marvel movie, holy.
Yes. Like, in the promo ad, I was so happy when I saw that because, I mean, I follow his career since he started, and I was like, "Oh my god, he might go a little aggressive," but he didn't.
No.
He didn't, and it was the best idea. I mean, I will say I was not gonna be mad if he went aggressive because we are tired, girl. But the way he did it was, like, so well thought, and all the little Easter eggs and all the pieces and the elements came together. That Super Bowl ad, like the promo one with everybody dancing from all the races, their ways of life, I was like, yes, this looks like my friend group. And
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
This is all we need in the world. We don't need to be divided. We don't need to be complaining and hating on others. We just need to be together, celebrate, help each other, and be happy.
Yeah.
And you will be happy. You don't even have to be. It's gonna happen. 'Cause if you lead with that, it's gonna happen. And I feel like, yes, that ad, then at the Grammys, his face when he won Album of the Year, like, it was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you standing? Are you crying? What are we doing?"
I was just gonna say it. Just
It was like 2 seconds, but it felt but I
I
love
know.
that he took the time. I love that he took the time because I won little awards that, I mean, they're not even close to a Grammy, of course. And I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this." You know, it's the excitement of being recognized for something that you worked so long for. Is amazing. And him being Puerto Rican, of course, we support each other.
So when you mention those Easter eggs, there are so many, and I think some of them aren't even Easter eggs. They're bigger than that. They're an entire basket. What were the ones that stood out for you? Because they went through so many parts. I find of
Yes,
I'm going to say Puerto Rican life, but I could also say, Latin American life. I could say Caribbean life. I could say life of the Americas, like not
exactly.
American life, but life of the Americas. And so much of it so relatable because of that, and people relating to so many different scenes in it too, like the movement from one place to another. And I think that overarching theme of keeping it real, like these are real places, real people, real happenings and events, real wedding. We got to talk about that.
Oh my god,
But
yes.
we're doing all of it, like acknowledging their struggle, but also acknowledging just like the beauty of the strength and resilience and the joy that our peoples take and make our own and refuse to let go of in the face of whatever BS is going on. That's, to me, that's uniting. That's hugely inclusive and uniting. So, yeah, where do we even start?
Say, so if I think about when he started singing Titi Me Preguntó,
Yeah,
which I will say I was kind of resistant to that song, but I can't. Again, I was like, "This is amazing." I think I was a
that's too
little
catchy.
well, my nephew was like, "Oh, this is you," and I felt old when that song came out. I was like, "Oh, come on. Am I this old Titi now? What is happening?" So maybe that's why. It doesn't have to do with Bad Bunny per se. But I would say so when he started walking in through, like, the field,
Mhm.
the grass field,
The
whatever.
live field?
Yes. I am so mad that I never saw that casting call. I'm
I
so
know.
mad about it. I need to, like, sign up for the, NFL, I don't know, talent network or something.
I told you we're too tall. We're too tall to be in the
I
cane field.
know. Yeah, that's true. I don't know, crawl, something. It would have been amazing. No, but, like, when he, started walking, seeing the cocos frias,
Mm,
so traditional, there's cocos
mhm.
everywhere. We had to, like, cut the palm tree at my mom's house because it was way too tall and it was, killing people with the coconuts falling on. It was a little dangerous, but that's something that I grew up with. And like at the beach, we have the coconut vendors, I guess you can call them, and they come and cut it for you, and they're cold and so yummy. So that was
How is
amazing.
it
The
always so cold
piraguas.
inside? I'll never scientifically understand how these coconuts in the sun always have cold
I was
liquid inside. I don't understand.
and they're so hard to open. So you'll think, like, how did the cold gets in there? And then,
Yeah.
but and they're always good and they're always like sweet and juicy and refreshing.
Refreshing, so
It's like,
refreshing.
you can't have a bad coconut. Like, in the same thing, like, if it's like a whole Caribbean, like, kind of landmark, right? We all have that. The piraguas are something I just had one when I was in the Pate Beach in Puerto Rico.
Mm.
So refreshing because it's always so hot.
Uh-huh.
And I think the guys, all these guys that were there, like the little vendors, they are real
They're actual
Russians.
vendors, right?
Yeah, they're like they have their own businesses and stuff. So that was amazing too. Like you're
Yes,
actually
because he was shining a light
uplifting.
on small business, which is
Yep.
kind of the opposite of what the entire administration is doing.
We
Drowning
we
them.
need to support small
Yep.
businesses. I've been trying to get stay away from Amazon and eBay and all these big things as much as I can. Because we like I was saying, we need to support each other. It's the only way we're gonna survive everything that it's happening. But that was amazing that he like kind of like picked all these little small businesses for people to first yes know the culture, but also you can go and support them. Like I know, like if I go to LA, I definitely want to go to the taco stand because all I know is real and I've never been
I
there.
need to
So
go visit Tonita in New York. I need to
oh,
get to
that's
Nueva York and
happening.
get right? Come on. I'm like, how did I not know about this? And I love
That
that
is
he her
happening.
address. Like, what?
She was so
Details.
sweet when when I was watching the party, like the party, the show, like that happened, and everybody started, look at her, there she is! Oh my god! Everyone there recognized her, and she was so excited and so happy to be there. Um, I like, and I love that part because it's different generations coming together as well, which we need that. We need our elders to teach us the way and show us what
That's a
not to
big
do.
thing, because I'm gonna talk about this a lot from the perspective of inclusion and belonging. So much about inclusivity around age in that show that I think I don't want to not give that the attention it deserves, because there are people of all ages and stages of life, okay? So,
Yes.
as much as we love Donita, we see some of the older gentlemen, but who is not relating to that little boy lying across the 3 chairs at the wedding? Okay, that is a badge of honor that says, "Oh,
It was
I
a
was
good
doing that
trigger.
probably at 3 months old." I know my children are doing it at 3 months old. I'm carrying that on here up in Canada. That's how I was raised, right? That's part of our culture. You're at a party, you're gonna fall asleep across those chairs, and you're gonna sleep on a speaker. It doesn't even matter how loud the music is or how hard the surface is, because the party's gonna go on.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that it just speaks to the whole spirit.
And before that, that kid was dancing and partying too.
Yep.
He's just little and got
Just
tired.
like we were.
Yeah. I will like fall asleep, whatever, and then wake up in the middle of the night. People still partying, and I'm like, oh, I'm
So you can
hungry.
get
I'm
right
going
back
get some
into it.
more food, some more dancing, and then back to
Yeah,
whatever pile I was sleeping on. Until my mom and my grandma, whatever, decided to leave. It is what it is, and it's amazing. Which, to be honest, I did not know because I was talking to other people at the party, and some of them were Americans, some were from Costa Rica. We had some people from Mexico, whatever. And they're like, "Oh yeah, that happened to me too, and that happened to me too, and that happened." I'm like, "Wait, so we were all sleeping on random chairs in somebody's house?" I didn't know that. I thought it was a Puerto Rican thing, but no, everybody. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, I've been there. I've done," or
and that's
even
that is
at
one
the
of the
Super Bowl, we had some kids there that were already tired, and they're like in some couch,
that's
like
what's so
beside sleeping.
beautiful about it, is that moment you just described, is looking around, be
Yes,
like, "This happened to you too? This happened, you relate to this? What?" That's what I felt like you could do over and over throughout that halftime show.
I love that. I feel like as much as yeah, you're like, oh, Puerto Rico center stage. No, we were obviously, but he brought all of the America, all of America, North, Central, South, all of us together, and
Yep.
showed us, hey, we are the same. We are the same. We deserve to be here. We deserve to be loved. We're gonna here to support each other, and that was so impressive.
Mhm.
Just I didn't think that with just his songs, because they're very focused on Puerto Rico, of course. With
Mhm.
just his songs, like everybody could relate this much because
Yeah.
this last album is literally about the island. Like all the songs have something to do with the island and what is happening.
And it's number 1 across China.
Girl, I
You know
saw a
how many
TikTok.
videos I've watched of Chinese
Yes,
people singing every word, and they can't speak
people.
Spanish?
Yes, that was so fun. I was like, "Oh my god, this is so
It
amazing."
that's a testament to the fact that this is a unifying force that you don't even need to understand. You just need to feel it. You just need to jump
And
in
you
and be a part of it.
can. Pay attention, open your heart. You can. Like I've been traveling to Europe quite a bit, right? And like I went to France last year, and Yes, because I normally will go with like a group of people and you're kind of distracted and stuff. At this time, I was by myself a couple of days,
Mm,
just sitting there, understanding like, 20% of what they're saying. But listen to live music and stuff. It was in French, but it was amazing. Who cares? I had the best time, and I'm doing it again this year. But it's something that music is universal. You don't have to understand every single word
yeah,
to be like, this is great. No, you can feel it. If you want to, you can feel it. And the fact that all these, like every single person from different countries that I talked to and that I've seen online are like, yes, this song is amazing because of that. I felt this. This happened to me as well. I was like, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I was very impressed that it was so relatable. Because yeah, the ones that are like dancey, yes, everybody will dance them and stuff.
that's true.
But the
But
ones
some of
that are
like,
more,
the more ballads, the heartfelt ones,
yeah,
yeah,
like last time, like the Ricky Martin, the one that he did
yeah.
of Hawaii, like people were like, oh yeah, this to this and that, this happened in my country. I saw somebody from Philippines that I worked with a long time ago, and they were like, why did they didn't mention us? And I'm like, wait, but I mean, yes, we love you, but you're not
But
over
you're all
here.
the way over all the way.
But she was talking about the Spaniard colonization, and I was like, "Oh, that's why you're relating to it,"
That's
and it
it.
makes sense. But
Completely.
she was like, "Oh, where's our flag?" And I'm like, "Oh, maybe we
But
should do a
speaking
global
of the
version
flag,
of the song."
that part at the end with the flags, I had to come back to you for a second because I have been just laughing my face off every day watching different reels on Instagram. Okay, so because I'm here in Canada, you know how many of them you've seen. Okay. Oh, where am I from? Oh, I'm from Canada,
Canada.
Ontario. Toronto. And, like, people just extra rolling the R's, just and it not necessarily like, they're just going into their neighborhoods and everybody's like, "I'm from Vancouver." Like, "Oh, are you?"
I love that.
And
That
people
is
are
so
just
cool.
like I mean, if you look at the comment sections, it's so many Puerto Ricans and Latinos saying, "Who knew that Canadians were so excited to be invited to the cookout? You're welcome." Apparently, we're now called snow Latinos. So
That
this
is
is a
amazing.
this is
I
a new term
love
that's
oh
going
my
on,
god.
and, like, people are so welcoming. Canada, of course, you're come to the party, of course, you're wel Canadians are here for it, okay? We are 110,000% here for it.
We love you. We love you. One of my friends is Canadian, and she just went to Puerto Rico last year, and she came back obsessed and in love.
Yeah,
And I gave her a full-on list of like I don't know if she had time to do that. It was like 3 pages of things to do. But the fact that she was like, "Hey, I feel so welcomed."
yeah,
Everybody was like explaining me how to do this, where to go, what to do, what not to do, what places were better, what days and what times, all of that. And I feel so proud. I was like, yes, and you can come
listen,
anytime. It's
I
just
will
one time that we're both together there. And
I
even
will testify to that because so everybody knows the first time I went to Puerto Rico was maybe 3, 4 years ago and with my family. And of course, I went to Adelaide. I said, okay, tell me all the things. Where do we want to go? What do we want to do? I mean, this woman was giving me like ferry schedules from overseas to tell me,
there's things
you
to
want to
do.
take this one, don't take this one. Go here, don't go there. If you're going with the kids, go over here during daytime, not nighttime. I loved it so much. I don't even know if I came back and told you because we were there for New Year's we did the doce uvas at the beach
The
on
best.
New Year's night, and there was so many families there that were doing fireworks. You know, we all went and stopped and bought like wine and beer and food, and everybody's picnicking together. I talked to all different kinds of families. Fantastic experience. Absolutely love Puerto Rico. And then I was back just 2 months, 3 months ago. It's Mark and I, just my husband and I, he was there for a conference. And I'm like, oh, good. You go be at the conference. I'll be over here on the
Be
beach.
around.
I'll
I'll be
see you
back. I might
afterwards.
not come back.
And
I'm
it was
so
so hard
glad.
to leave. It is such a as being Jamaican, I feel very at home there. Very at home. It feels
I
so
feel like
comfortable. Every time I go, I have wonderful conversation. Me and a lady in Starbucks were completely having this awesome conversation. She was home from, I think, Philadelphia to see her family out in the countryside. She hadn't been there in forever. We just had this whole 20-minute conversation waiting for our Starbucks. And I'm like, this is so typically Puerto Rican. This is
yeah, we're friends
there
with
was
everybody.
when we were leaving on the plane, I've never seen this before. I shouldn't even what flight was it? I think it was a United Airlines flight. So we were going from San Juan to Chicago to O'Hare, and then from there back to Toronto. And when I got on the plane, not one, not two, three of us were ticketed with the same seat.
Oh God.
So all of us, three of us had boarding passes with the same seat number on it. It turned out in the like 6 rows of section where I was sitting, there had to be at least 8 people that had duplicate. See, I don't know what happened to the systems that day, but we're talking about there is elderly folks, there was of course me, there was a young family with 3 young children, like all under 5 years old. All of us were experiencing this, having wrong tickets. It's like a 8, 9 a.m. flight. And would you believe between ourselves and the flight attendants, we got it all sorted, settled. Everybody got seats with their family, with their partners, etc. I stood up on the plane before they told us to put our seatbelts on. I'm like, I just want to say to everybody right now, I don't know what kind of magic this is, but we've all watched those videos that people put online when big fights pop off on planes for much less than this. This could have been horrible. Like there's just like a dozen people impacted by this ticketing problem. Not one voice was raised. Monday morning flight, not one voice was raised. No one got angry. No one got impatient. We sorted it all out. Everyone was in their seats. Everyone's smiling and happy. And I'm like, see,
Love
this is
that.
because we're leaving Puerto Rico.
You're relaxed and
Pissed off right
happy.
now.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
Never
Well,
encountered anything like that.
it's that is amazing. I will say, no place is perfect, definitely, but I feel like my island, has we have like this aura, right? Like I don't think we are people who are trying to fight, trying to get into altercations, trying to. We definitely, and this is true from like the eldest member of my family to the baby that was born like 2 weeks ago. um, we just try to like enjoy. We have this personality, and it's kind of across the board, even like with my friends, the neighbors, everybody. Everybody's like enjoying life. And how are you doing? And how's this? And how's that? And how's work? What are you doing later? You want to come and grab a beer? Oh, do you need help with like painting the house? Do you need help with cleaning your backyard? Oh, yeah. Do you want to come with me? Oh, do you do grocery shopping too? Let's go. Come with me. We'll go
Yep.
together. It's something so normal that you don't really think about it until you're out of that little like atmosphere or that ecosystem. And what you're telling me of like, oh, everybody's supposed to relax or whatever, is it's contagious. And you're there for like a week. You can be there for a weekend.
That
Everybody's
that
gonna be
I
like,
was only there for a weekend.
so I was gonna say, you can be there for a weekend, and you're gonna have like it's gonna be contagious. The island life is so much more like relaxed and like just slow down. Even if you're living there, just slow down. The work life is different, and I think that translates into like everyday situations, like the one that you're saying. It could have been a disaster, but because
Could have
people
been.
are not extremely like stressed and mad about
Yeah.
everything, it didn't escalate. They didn't like, pour all that
Not I just couldn't believe not a single
into
like I had to stand up and make a speech about it because you know me. And everybody was like, that's true, that's
true.
true. I'm like, I just want everyone to acknowledge ourselves right now because I've never seen anything like this before. Normally, one person gets pissed off, it's a chain reaction. Everyone's going to have a problem now, and everyone's going to be in a sour mood.
I'm glad. No, I'm glad you told them because I don't think we stop as much as we should to think about little things that happen. I
Yeah.
started doing that a couple of years ago to just kind of like taking a moment, a bunny type, taking a
Uh-huh.
moment and thinking about it and kind of like, how do I want to react to this? I
Yeah.
mean, if it's something way too exciting, I'll just react, however. But if it's something that I can take my space for a second and just be like, okay, this is amazing. This is crazy. This is great. You know what I mean? Or this is terrible. What am I going to do about it? Instead of like, throwing myself into a pit and cry. No,
Yeah.
let me think about this. This is not the best, but what can I do to make it better?
And
Or
I
to,
think that's what his show did. To go back to the halftime show, that he offered that a spectacle that was also a space for reflection. That's a pretty difficult thing to do, yet a deeply authentic thing for a Boricua to do. It was beautiful, just so, so beautiful.
I,
And I read a quote that really is sticking with me, which is Kendrick stated the problem and Bad Bunny brought us the solution.
That's true. I honestly, whoever comes next, I don't know what they're gonna do because these are very big shoes to fill after Kendrick and Bad Bunny for sure. And I think it's true. And if you think about it, the Black community struggle is the Latino community struggle. We're going through the same thing.
Mhm.
And I am actually very happy that the NFL, being the big brand and really big establishment that it is actually bringing this to life.
Yeah. I forget his name. The commissioner. Did you see the commissioner and him, like, hugging? They look like these 2 grown men look like they're gonna cry as they're hugging after the show. And
Yeah,
I'm like, "I'm crying again now."
I mean, and I love that. I love that because they're doing it in a way that is, it's reaching masses, everybody. And if you change one person's point of view, something that is
Mhm.
actually, wrong, to something positive, to make them more acceptive, yeah, to making them see that we are all still human. We're just
Yeah.
trying to live our lives, to be in peace, to be happy, to be welcome, to be accepted. Accepted is the word. Um, my Spanish. But so, if you can change one person's heart
Yeah.
through music, through these halftime performances, you did it. You make it. And I know there's been, I want to say thousands to be modest, but probably it's going to be millions of people
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's millions of views, right? So I know there was a big amount of people who at least stopped to think, okay,
It
this is,
changed a lot of people's minds. I've
yeah,
seen so many videos of people saying, "I didn't understand a word that was said, but wow, the impact that had on me." Or, "I really didn't want to watch this. I don't understand why this was happening all in Spanish, but I get it." They don't they can't even articulate yet what they get, but they've recognized this is a moment and that they're included in it.
everybody was included. That was amazing. When I looked at the dancers, even the artists dancing in the little house, and the people dancing on top, like on the ceiling, everybody dancing on the light bulbs. We can talk about that too.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody was so different, all shades, all colors. The people dancing when Lady Gaga was singing, it was older people there. There were kids
Yes.
dancing there, and it was
Yep.
amazing. And it was,
And
oh, and of
she was
course,
perfect example of allyship. She
yes,
she had her spotlight for her moment, but she made it, culturally relevant as a piece of the show from, what
everything.
she did to how she did it to what she wore and how she wore it, and it was just perfectly executed, him shifting that spotlight to her and her seamlessly shifting it back to him, and I really loved that. I'm like, "That, my friends, that is allyship in action right there."
Well, I don't know if you understood this, but when he presented her, right, when he was about to be her part, he's, talking to the camera and reflecting, saying how you have to believe in yourself and blah, 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 blah. But then when he starts singing, when he says, Esto es lo que tú querías, it's like, it's literally, this is what you wanted. And then the camera shifts to the wedding,
I
which was a real wedding, and then
the
Lady
real
Gaga. And this is what you wanted, right? And it's kind of giving you, this is the conservative values. It's a wedding
True,
happening, all
yes.
traditional, and then you have Lady Gaga singing. You
It
didn't
was
put Cardi
magic.
B or Carol G, who were there
Yeah,
dancing downstairs,
yeah.
right? You didn't put another Latina there. You put a white, amazing singer to sing to this wedding, right? To sing about love. And of course, the dress. You're right. Like, I'm looking for it. Not that dress because I know I can't afford it, but something similar. I need to wear that dress somewhere. The color, like, and the color represents, resilience and independence, and it's a whole thing for us. That light blue color.
Yeah, the light, because I know that was such a conscious choice to have that flag, the light
Oh,
blue.
I saw that dress and I was like, oh, the flag, and then the flor de maga, which is our flower. I was like, oh, I get it. After I screamed that it was Lady Gaga, and I was like, oh, I understand this outfit. Like
And
it's
the
it's
illusion, the
something so
power
familiar for
outages,
us.
him climbing that. I'm crying as he's climbing the pole
I was so scared.
a little bit, yeah.
My marketing mind, I was thinking about insurance. I was like, "Oh, let him go up there with no harness." I was like, "Oh my god, you're such a liability right now. What are you doing?"
And that's it. He put himself out. It's a big risk that he did in the name of love because, he's cleansed his social media accounts apparently. And, I think a lot of that could also be for safety and security because
Yeah.
people are nuts, the ones that choose not to pick up this message of love, the ones that choose to just really purposely block what is such a welcome invitation
I don't
can be
I don't
can
think I'm
really
ever gonna
be afraid for
understand
that.
that. Yeah, I mean, you can like him or not. I don't love all his songs, right? I don't think anybody loves it. Well, maybe there's some people who do. The way that he's doing things, the way that he's trying to be inclusive and just bring in this broader message,
Mhm.
there's no harm to it. It's
No.
literally not harming anybody. And he's an artist. He's not a politician. He doesn't
Yeah.
really have to do this.
Yeah.
So it's very voluntary, right? Like he decided and chose to use this platform that he built over the years to bring this message.
Yeah.
And we have how many artists? How many international artists do we have? Not everybody does that. Like he took this can be easily the biggest moment in his career. Who knows? We don't know. I mean, hopefully many great things happen after this, of course. But we don't know what's gonna happen. But at this moment, this is the biggest moment in his career. And he chose to bring that message like he did in the Grammys. So like being mad about that, like, come on.
Yeah. It's
I'm
love in
sorry.
action, and if you're mad at that, it just tells me who you are. That's all.
There's so many things to be happy about in this life. And also,
Yeah.
there's so many things that you have to like. I have a lot of things to do every single day. Like, I don't really have the time to sit down and hate
Yeah,
profusely on some person that I'm never gonna meet, by the way.
right? I'm gonna go back for full circle moment and just be like, "Do you wanna look like Ricky Martin or like Kid Rock?" Just gonna
Thank
leave it
you.
right there.
Ricky Martin looks perfect. I kind of wanted more of that. I was like, Come,
Why,
come,
how did he get
come
more
back."
handsome over time? Aging like fine wine.
I know. Can we do 30
Iggy.
minutes halftime now, please? But now football fans are gonna be like, "What are you talking about? We're here to watch the game." I'm like, well, you know, but Ricky Martin deserved that. I didn't even realize that. I didn't think he was. I don't know. I thought that he did it at some point in the Super Bowl, but I guess not. So I'm so glad that he was there because he
Yeah,
was the
I think that was his
pioneer
first.
for
Yeah,
Puerto Rico, at least. Like he
yeah,
definitely crossed that line, like that, you know, Spanish barrier,
yeah,
in the 1999, early 2000s. Um, and him being there, I was like, yes, thank God, because he is the right choice. He
yes,
deserved to be there. He deserved to sing that little anthem that we have. We might change it, no, but I was very glad that he made like a very conscious selection with Ricky, and I love that.
yeah. It was perfect. Perfect.
It
Well, you
was
know what? I think this is a good moment to do what we usually do to close our episodes and pull ourselves a card. So
yes,
let's see what we come out with today, because this has been such a heartening conversation. As always, if you're new to the show, often pull a tarot card and see what comes out. And it never fails to amaze me. And so I always shuffle on screen. I never know what card's going to come out. And something that makes so much sense always comes out. We got the Temperance card. Temperance is a major arcana card, and it's the card of Sagittarius, which is always about exploration. It's about adventure, trying new things, but it's also a card about moderation. Like think of actual temperance and also an alchemy. I'm immediately thinking because the classical representation on this card will typically have angel. I think it's Angel Raphael with two goblets, and it's alchemy being performed, pouring from one to the other, and it's like the turning water to wine. I feel like that's exactly what this Super Bowl performance did. It took a whole lot of hate, of messaging of not being inclusive, of artificial separation of people, and it just alchemized it and turned that poisonous water into wonderful wine, into something just
definitely.
beautiful that fills everybody's cup.
Oh my God, definitely. I think that's the best ways to summarize it. And it just sounds so accurate. It sounds like it's meant to be. Let's just say that. It sounds like it was meant to be. And I will say on a personal level, my grandma was a Sagittarius, and during the presentation, there's so many little things that reminded me of her and how she raised me and what we did and what we didn't do. Even the part that we didn't talk about, but he definitely criticized a little bit the government about the apagón and what happened in Maria, which my grandma passed away due to the hurricane. So I will say yes, like you were saying, that card it definitely represents what I felt during the show, what I'm feeling right now talking to you about my precious island. And thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Good. Like I said, the cards never lie. I've never pulled that card. I don't think I've ever pulled the same card twice either. So it's amazing. It always speaks the truth and it picks up on the vibe of what we've been discussing.
Conversation, yes.
I'm so grateful that you spent this time with us today, Adelaide. This has been so much fun. So great to not just catch up, but catch up about something that we're obviously both very passionate about and that really impacted us. And I think that we're taking forward just through daily life to remember, to take that moment to reflect, to be grateful, and to remember we come from peoples and places that know how to celebrate no matter hard stuff gets. We know how to turn that water into wine.
Definitely. We are resilient people. And I am so happy and so grateful for you to letting me have this space to share and kind of just, give you a little bit of tease of what we think in the island. I'm hoping I'm making everybody proud with what I said. And I'm just, grateful for you and for the space that you have created to have these important conversations. Muchas gracias. Me aprecio
Gracias a
tanto.
ti. And next time I go to Puerto Rico, I'm going with you. We are
Yes.
going to make this happen. This is going to happen. She's guided me the last 2 times I've been there, so third time's a charm. We're actually gonna make it there together. I
Yes.
feel
No,
confident.
let's do it. You might not come back. We might not come back.
To all of the viewers, listeners, thank you so much for spending your time with us today. Like I said, it was going to be a spicy margarita, and I hope you sipped deeply and enjoyed that. Please share around if you think someone else would enjoy this too. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you know what's coming up. Got some great other episodes and guests coming up soon. Very excited about them. Thanks again to Adelaide for spending time today. And everyone, until next time, be well.
You.
Salut.